So I wanted to speak a little bit to the tribal nations and ancestral homelands issues that are raised in the commission policy. And first, I just want to echo what commission staff said about thanking this commission for coming to our tribal convening earlier in July at Scripps, and also to Chairwoman Yee for not only showing up, but showing up and staying and listening. I think that really is the key element here in terms of relationship building. While we're grateful for the uplifting of the concerns of Native nations and recognizing the importance of the need for government-to-government consultation, I do want to reflect for a moment on what we recommended that's missing with respect to tribal lands in the updated draft. And that specifically is we recommended that the wording of the EJ principles commit to returning land to California nations, particularly landless tribes when possible. I recognize that this may seem like somewhat of a controversial or radical statement, but I'd like for us all to take a minute to reflect, and hopefully those that were at our convening can realize this as well. And you highlighted it in your staff report. And that's that the issue of most commonality for the federally recognized, non-recognized, tribes with economic resources, tribes without resources, the one issue that every single representative at our coastal convening mentioned was that we don't have land on which to rebury our ancestors. And what I'd like you all to specifically reflect on regarding that today is that fundamentally, one of the things that it means for us to be human is the ability to care for our dead. And so while we know and acknowledge, and the state and many state agencies have come a long way in recognizing and acknowledging and beginning the hard process of grandpaling with what it means that the state of California officially called for the genocide of California Indians, the reality is that we're here, and State Lands Commission, as the largest landholding entity in the state today, I think has a real opportunity to make sure that the state of California is actively recognizing the humanity of Native nations. And I want to reflect also that what the request was from these Native nations wasn't land to bury our newly dead. It's land to rebury our ancestors whose remains have been unearthed and desecrated in the most violent of ways by what it means to have been dispossessed from our land originally. So we strongly encourage you to consider re-including that statement about a commitment to returning land to landless tribes, because fundamentally, if we have no place to rebury our dead, we are not fundamentally seen as human by the entities. Thank you.